friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm Luke, ThunderHead289 YouTube here, and man, I'll tell you what, this feels pretty nostalgic. It's probably been 2 or 3 months since I've been in front of a camera, and to be honest with all you guys, I was looking to move on from the whole YouTube bit. Emily and I, we've since moved, and we're just kind of looking to live happily ever after here, but going through all the questions on the Facebook group I run, ThunderHead289 Carbon Engine Tech and Tune Forum, amongst other platforms, you know, that I'm on, the other Facebook stuff, Instagram, and what have you there. Not to mention all the tech questions, but also just folks wondering what happened to me and asking me to come back to the old YouTube. So I guess you've all twisted my arm. I'm going to be coming back here right quick, but I took a little bit off here because Emily and I, we moved. We put in a lot of late hours and saved money for years and years, and we were finally able to do something nice for ourselves. We have a decent place. It needs a little bit of work, but we're going through that right now. It's a big culture shock for us, coming from working in storage units with a generator to run the lights, and you know, living in the trailer park and all the fun things that come associated with, I guess, you know, living in a trailer park. It's been pretty different for us, but I thought if I'm going to come back to YouTube here, I might as well take a moment to introduce myself and I guess kind of what I'm about and why I've done this whole YouTube thing for the beginning for the last 7 years or so. So like all of you guys, you know, I really like these old classic cars. Now for me, it was kind of a two-part deal. It just worked out. When I was young, I didn't have a lot of money, and these old classic cars were always pretty cheap, like this Maverick or whatever that I bought for $1,500, and usually it just came down to issues with tuning, and if you could get them dialed in right, you know, you could drive them on the road and whatever, and they were pretty darn reliable, a manual transmission, whatever, and you could just go for miles and miles. But you know, I've always liked this stuff quite a bit, but when I was younger, you know, actually as of today I'm 28 years old, so 10, 12 years ago when I got started into cars and everything, you know, I had a lot of frustrations and difficulty with tuning. I didn't understand it. You know, everyone starts somewhere, and just like, you know, a lot of you guys that might be new, you know, I didn't know anything either when I started out, and trying to sift through forums and you know, back in the forum days, oops, I don't slide off the hood here, trying to sift through forums and decipher good info from bad info and correct info, and some folks would tell you to do things one way, other folks would tell you to do things another, and it was just a lot of info to try and sift through. So, you know, I feel like in my youth, I missed out on a lot of, you know, through high school and college, you know, and maybe it's because I'm so particular, but when things didn't run right, you know, I was just frustrated, and I spent more time with the hood open frustrated than sitting in the driver's seat and having a good time with this old stuff, or as much as I would have liked to, I guess. And so the whole reason that I made this YouTube channel was to take all this info that I've learned through the years, through trials and tribulations of testing it on cars. I drive this stuff every day. This Maverick is my daily driver right now. You know, I drove the 65 there all the way to Virginia for an internship and drove it all summer and drove it home. Years and years of trying different things out and just, you know, seeing where the rubber meets the road on all the tech. I've tried to condense that down on my YouTube channel and provide you guys with the most accurate tech advice and walkthroughs I possibly could, so you didn't have to spend all the time frustrated like I did when I started out. You know, you guys could really, if you go through my videos, you could hit the ground running, and you know, it would, you know, hopefully make sense. So that's been kind of what I've been doing the last 7 years. That's the whole point of my YouTube channel. I don't really care about the fame piece, you know, that's not why I'm here or anything. The whole reason that I've done this stuff is just so, you know, you don't have to go through what I went through when I started this hobby. So you know, in light of that and being reminded of that by some folks with all their tech questions, I have decided, I guess, to come back here. So, you know, you guys will have to give me a moment. I'm getting everything kind of set up with the house. I got a pretty decent garage now, at least to start out with, to work out of. I got a nice little clean room for doing engines, I guess, which will lend itself very nicely to making videos. So I guess this is me coming back. So I'll see you guys soon. Emily and I got some work to do around here, but you know, I assume I'll be back pretty quick. So I appreciate all your guys' support through the years, you know, and all your friendly comments, and you know, just all the positive feedback. You know, the car community, we all have big personalities, but really, you know, it's an awful friendly culture to be a part of, and I've appreciated it the last 10 or 12 years. So with that, I guess I'll see you guys soon. I got a lot of work to do, so I'm going to get to it, and we'll catch up with you guys later. So if you have any questions or comments or tech videos you want to see, leave a comment below and we'll sift through those and see what we can make happen. And again, if you want to get a hold of me, I'm very active on the Facebook group, ThunderHead289 Carbon Engine Tech and Tune Forum, and there's also a lot of very knowledgeable folks that are there that are also happy to answer questions as well. It's a pretty decent little community, and I try and keep it that way. So, all right, I'm going to stop talking. I got work to do. I'll see you guys later.